You are bossy, said the turtle, but you don't have to be. So then Bossy Bear gave his friend the turtle the bossy crown. Come on, let's go. Okay, this is sad. I know, honey, I'm not really good at the voices, am I? I'm really not. I'm sorry. Hey!
Don't stop on my account.
Oh, please, I'm sure poor Ian could use the break. I've been butchering his stories all morning.
No, I think you're doing a wonderful job.
Well, not like Zach.
Have you heard anything further? I could call Jackson, and he could go down and see what kind of a deal he can make.
Except Zach doesn't want a deal. He's going to jail for murder.
Can I get you anything, Zach?
Yeah, some answers would be nice.
Well, you have to be a little more specific.
I pled guilty. Should be in some kind of a maximum security prison by now, no?
Yeah, well, I have a few questions of my own still.
All right, what do you need to know? What else do you need?
Well, first of all, you can tell me what really happened the night that Stewart was killed. I've been going over your file. You left out a few really important details.
You're gonna have to be a little more specific, Jess.
Very funny. All right, why didn't you tell me that Kendall was at the Chandler Mansion the night Stewart was killed? On the terrace, with a gun. The same gun that killed Stewart Chandler. According to forensics, her prints were all over that gun.
Even if Kendall's prints are on the gun, doesn't mean she pulled the trigger.
No, but it does make her a prime suspect.
Not for the suspect. You got your guy.
We got a heartbroken mother thinking that her son is gone for good. Who wouldn't want to go looking for justice,
How many
Zach?
more times? How many more times do I have to tell you? I thought my son was dead. I went after Adam to make him pay.
Well, he did pay. His brother is dead. His family is in pieces. And so is yours, it seems.
Well, my son's gonna be fine. Live a full and healthy life.
Without his father. It's not going to be easy for either one of you. Trust me, I know, I've been there. Missing out on my son's life. There wasn't a day that went by where I didn't wonder, did I make a huge mistake,
Yeah,
Zach?
I know. The difference is you had a choice.
No, I didn't. You do have a choice.
To do what? Unshoot him?
Unconfess.
Why would I do that?
Because the only reason you're doing this little dance or whatever it is you're doing here is to protect Kendall. And we both know that.
No lawyer, no defense. Zach's made up his mind. He's going to jail.
The police think they have an airtight case, don't they?
I thought so.
What does that mean?
Jesse's been asking questions.
About you?
Yeah. He knows where I was the night that Stewart was shot.
What did you tell him?
Well, that I was at the Chandlers and I was running away from the house when I heard the gun go off.
Alone. Not exactly an airtight alibi, is it?
I didn't kill Stewart, Mom.
I'm not implying that you did.
Well, then what are you implying?
Nothing. I'm trying to figure this whole thing out. Did Jesse say why he continues to ask questions when he has Zach's confession?
I guess he's not convinced.
Well, honey, that makes you the top suspect. Does that worry you?
If I had something to hide, maybe. Okay, sweet boy, I'm not making any promises, but I think I've got this train down pat, all right? So, choo-choo, all aboard, here we go. Okay, let's see here.
Am I interrupting?
Oh, please, the woman who saved my son's life, not at all. Come in.
How's he doing?
Well, his heart is beating, thanks to you.
You know, I wish I could take the credit, but I told you you really should be thanking Jake Martin. Because he refused to give up on you. Not even after everyone else would. including me.
And me. And Zach. Ian has been our little miracle since the day he was born. Of course he would pull through.
Oh, Kendall, you know, he was down for so long. I mean, even I was telling Jake that he needed to call it.
Couldn't we have just waited? Just a few more minutes, a few more seconds before we let the grief swallow us whole.
You know, sometimes it just seems so impossible to believe
But we should have believed. We should have stayed, and we should have trusted that our boy would pull through just like he always does. If we had, Scott Chandler and Ian would still have their fathers.
Zach, I understand why you're doing what you're doing. Taking the fall so Kendall won't have to.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's pretty clear you're still in love with the woman, and you would do anything to protect her.
Even if that were true, it doesn't mean I'm protecting her now.
You don't draw an X on a man's forehead for the entire world to see and then cop out, shoot him in the back.
I just want him dead. Didn't really care how that happened.
You wanted to look me in the eye, see the fear before you took him out.
Yeah, you're right about that. But we don't always get what we want, do we, Jess?
No, we don't. Look, I have no doubt that you wanted Adam dead, that you wanted to kill him. I have no doubt that you would have gone through with it if Kendall hadn't beaten you to it.
You weren't there.
I was there in the hospital when Ian flatlined.
Oh, I know.
I saw you say goodbye to your son. And I remember thinking, where the hell is Kendall? My guess was halfway to Adam's house. But by the time you got there, it was too late, wasn't it? So you went into damage control mode. You did everything in your power to make yourself look guilty, including shooting at one of my men. You weren't trying to get away. Zach, you probably just fired off around in the air to make all the evidence point to you instead of Kendall.
Sorry for interrupting you. Is that how you're going to spend my tax money? Going over crimes that have already been solved?
Prints all over the smoking gun. Powder burns on your hands. Slam dunk for any DA, right? Until somebody blew your cover. Oh, got your attention now? I'll be right back.
You think he'll remember all of this? These tubes and wires?
Nah. While he's out on the ice making goals for the team.
Huh. Actually, Zach and I had a deal. No hockey for this one. Baseball instead.
Home runs then. Children are resilient, Kendall.
Ian especially.
Well, must get much of his strength from his mom. You know, I don't know how you got through all of that. I mean, watching your son just slip away right before your eyes.
Yeah, I could still hear the machines. That awful alarm when his heart stopped beating. And it's not just the sound that sticks in my head. It's that picture of my baby. I mean, I thought he was gone, Angie, and it was like my whole world just disappeared.
Yeah, I know.
And all that was left was this overwhelming ache. That must be what Zach's going through right now.
Well, at least Zach knows Ian's alive.
Zach has lost both his boys, Angie. They're his life. I mean, I don't have to tell you that.
No, you don't.
So how can I expect Zach to move on when I know that I couldn't?
Jesse, I don't understand what Zach is still doing here. I told you that Kendall was the one with the gun. So what else can I do for you?
I need you to sign your statement. The DA won't pursue a case against Kendall unless all the paperwork is in order. Natalia, you pull a copy of Miss Colby's statement, please?
Sure, right away.
Thank you.
How much does Zach know?
I didn't out you if that's what you're worried about.
Then I'd like to out myself.
I don't think that's a good idea, Liza.
It's not illegal either.
Slater is a bit of a hothead. If he finds out that you identified his wife,
Ex-wife.
Here you go.
whatever, it won't be pretty.
Well, I can handle it. It just has to come from me.
Why?
Because I owe him.
Something you want to tell me?
Well, you must really still love her.
I'm sorry.
Kendall, you're willing to throw your life away to protect her.
I don't have time for this.
I'm sorry, I'm seated. That's all you have is time.
What did you say to Jesse?
I told him the truth. I told him that Kendall was outside the Chandler mansion with a gun.
And how would you know that? You were there too. And you had this information the whole time, and now is a good time to bring that up.
Because I have no alibi the night of the murder, and Jesse started asking questions.
So you threw Kendall under the bus.
No. Unlike you, I'm not willing to go to prison to protect her, so yes, I did. I did what I had to do to protect myself.
Fix it.
What?
Fix it. You go out there and tell Jesse you made a mistake. You didn't see my ex-wife at the house when Stuart Chandler was killed.
I can't do that.
Why not?
Because I just signed a sworn statement.
Statement,
It's
take
done.
it back.
So I become the prime suspect.
I don't care. You're a lawyer. Put together a defense. Do it. Make it go away.
And if I don't?
Secrets will come out.
What was she doing here?
Recanting her statement. She was the witness that saw Kendall at the Chandlers with a gun.
Okay. So now you won't be forced to take Kendall away from her little boy. What?
I'm not buying it.
What, Liza's words? Well, of course, they've never been reliable.
Liza's and everybody else's. I mean, nobody in this town is telling me that they're lying through their teeth. I mean, stories are not matching up. This one is covering for that one.
Do you still think Zach is covering for Kendall?
Yeah. Ryan's covering for Kendall, too.
Yeah, but why push it, Jesse? I mean, you have a confession.
Well, what if it's the wrong person that confessed?
Look, Kendall should not be separated from Ian. Not now.
And neither should Zach, especially if he didn't commit this crime.
Dr. Brantley, 2744.
Are you going to the funeral?
Brantley, 2744.
I wanted to say goodbye to Stuart. He was always so wonderful to me and the boys.
Well, had an interesting way to express your appreciation.
Dad,
Dr. Robert.
You knew that Zach was coming to kill me, didn't you? And you didn't say a word. Why didn't you? Was it because you wanted me dead as badly as he did?
it's a tragedy Stuart was hurt.
Hurt? No, not hurt. Gone. Dead. His blood is on your hands. And you and that maniacal ex-husband of yours.
Wait a minute, what? You're blaming us? Us?
Yeah.
You did this. You and your disgusting corporate greed. My son was sick, he was sick, and you said you'd help him with your amazing new heart valve, but you left out the part where it wasn't ready.
We didn't know that.
You stood by and you let it happen. You let David rip open Ian's chest. You know what? My son almost died because of you, Adam. You! So don't stand there and preach to me about the sanctity of life, not when you were willing to play God with my sons.
Would you excuse me for a moment?
What are you doing here?
Just need to grab your paperwork.
Zach,
Hey.
thank you
What?
for keeping my daughter safe.
Let's go. Bus to the state pen's right outside.
Can't wait.
I'm here on police business.
But I have recanted my statement.
Yeah, I am still stuck on the why part.
All right, listen. I slept with Zach. Sue me, I like him. That is why I told you that Kendall had the gun, because I wanted to get rid of her.
You're a bitch.
And you're under arrest.